Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let me just dig into it. What happened to being great? What happened to people wanting to be great? What happened to people wanting to be a great fighter, wanting to fight the best, wanting to prove that they were great? What happened to greatness in boxing? Where is the greatness? I am not seeing great. You got this coward. You got this coward, Blue Blood Sports TV. This dude is a school bus driver trying to tell me about boxing. A school bus driver trying to tell me about boxing. You don't support greatness when you make up excuses as to why Deontay Wilder lost. These guys want to sit up here and say that Wilder lost simply because Tyson Fury, his A sample came back wrong. His gloves were loaded. Deontay Wilder's suit was too heavy. These guys make excuses for guys not wanting to be great. These guys are not great. And when you get a Blue Blood Sports TV, he's absolutely garbage truck juice. He lost because he sucked. That's why he lost. He lost because he depended on one thing, and that thing he depended on failed him. That's why he lost. He lost because these dudes is absolutely garbage that support him and never told him what the truth was. These guys don't want to be great. Let me find out the dudes that support Deontay Wilder are the type of dudes that wear their girls' panties. You up here wearing your girls' panties, but you want to tell me what a good fighter is. You got biased boxing ego in his mama's basement wearing his girlfriend's panties, and he want to sit up here and tell me that Deontay Wilder, it's on glove watch, glove gate. What are we talking about? These dudes don't want to be great. That's not a great fighter. A great fighter would have took 120 million and gambled on himself against Anthony Joshua. That's what a great fighter would have done. And then somebody want to tell me that, Caleb Plant, he didn't have enough time. Caleb Plant said he worked his entire life to fight Jose Uzcategui, and he only fought him for $150,000. $150,000 is what you worked your whole life on, but you passed up on a Canelo Alvarez payday for almost $8 million for $150,000 against Jose Uzcategui. What are we talking about? Caleb Plant didn't want to be great. He didn't want to be great. These guys don't want to be great. Jamal Charlo calls out Canelo Alvarez, rides his nutsack from here to Mississippi, but he doesn't want to be great. He turns down the one opportunity he gets at him, and he doesn't want to be great. You look at Errol Spence Jr. He doesn't want to be great. He want to dance in the club with men with a choker chain and a nose ring on. He don't want to be great. Let me tell you why Errol Spence Jr. doesn't want to be great. If Errol Spence Jr. wanted to be great, he wouldn't have fought Mikey Garcia. He would have said, that's beneath me. You need to do something at welterweight before you step up to fight me. If Errol Spence wanted to be great, he would have kept that same energy he had with Keith Thurman with Bud Crawford. He would have said, Bud Crawford, let me snatch your belt. We'll do a joint promotion and let's be great. No, Errol Spence want to be the type of dude that closed the refrigerator door with his hips. That's the type of dude he wants to be. These dudes don't want to be great. These dudes are sitting up in the house with the LDBC and, with the biased ego, Dante's Cheeseburger Nation. And, these are the type of dudes that don't support greatness. We only support guys trying to be great. I want a fighter that wants to be great. Bud Crawford, he wants to be great. He's keeping that same energy. Anthony Joshua, he wants to be great. He's keeping that same energy. Canelo Alvarez, he wants to be great. He's keeping that same energy. I need someone that's keeping that same energy. We don't support frauds. We don't support phonies. We don't support liars. We don't support dudes that truly want the smoke. We want guys that want the smoke. These dudes don't want to be great. You got a guy, like Gervonta Stank Davis, Gervonta Cheeseburger Davis, Gervonta Who Is I Fought Davis, lining up a fight with Leo Santa Cruz, Leo Pillow Fist Santa Cruz. That's the biggest cherry pick from here to Mississippi. And people are telling me that this is a great matchup. This would have been a great matchup had it happened at 126. This fight is not happening at 126 pounds. You got Gervonta Stank Davis calling out Josh Taylor. You got him calling out Lomachenko, Tevin Farmer. You got him calling out everybody. But this pussy decides to in turn fight Leo Pillow Fist Santa Cruz at 135 pounds. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? These guys is cowards. You got Callum Smith saying that Canelo Alvarez, he's a bad matchup for Canelo Alvarez. He would give Canelo Alvarez all kinds of work. Canelo Alvarez don't want it with Callum Smith. Callum Smith, well, he's too big and too strong. He's not like his brother. But let me find out Callum Smith price himself out of the fight. You want $10 million and you ain't did shit in boxing. How do you want $10 million and you price yourself out of the fight? He don't want to be great. Callum Smith don't want to be great. You price yourself out of that fight. You didn't want to be great. These dudes don't want to be great. The only guys lining up to be great right now is Anthony Joshua, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. $10 million, he must have been smoking his girl's panties instead of wearing them if he think that he was going to get $10 million to fight Canelo Alvarez. What are we talking about? And you know what? Before the offers and the numbers came out, all of this stuff was talking. Everybody only wanted to say, well, you know, Canelo Alvarez must be lowballing these guys. Lowballing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. were paying dudes $2 million, but you don't keep the same energy with Floyd that you keep with everybody else. They said Anthony Joshua ran from Andy Ruiz. They don't keep the same energy they keep with everyone else, because what Deontay Wilder wish he would have done is run from Tyson Fury. You got to keep that same energy each and every time. You want fighters that are constantly chasing greatness. These dudes are wearing their girls' panties, coming on here telling you that it's strap season, that is telling you man down, that is telling you lions only. These guys are telling you bomb squad, and yet they're not fighting anyone. Tank Davis' new logo needs to be a cheeseburger. His new logo needs to be a cheeseburger. And all Floyd Mayweather does is hold Tank Davis nuts. That's all he does. Tank Davis has not proven that he's an elite fighter, and the fact that he's looking to fight Leo Pillow Fist Santa Cruz is garbage truck juice. You should have fought him at 126 if you wanted that smoke. You need to fight one of the dudes at 135 pounds. Fight Teofimo Lopez. Fight Basil Lomachenko. Fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney's looking for a fight on the comeback right now. Why don't Tank Davis go call him out? See, these dudes don't want to be great. They don't want the real smoke. What these dudes want to do is blow smoke. These dudes don't want any smoke. See, that's the problem with these guys. All these guys want to talk about this and that, but all they want to do is blow smoke. And you know, Tank Davis is the dude that you want to put your baby mama and you fighting on pay-per-view. That's what you want to put on pay-per-view. That'll sell more tickets than you and Leo Santa Cruz. Nobody want to see Leo Santa Cruz move all the way up in weight to go fight you at 135 pounds, and you probably still won't make weight. Look, these guys don't want to be great. Virgil Ortiz, he wants to be great. He's a young prospect wanting to be great. This dude's already challenging Keith Thurman. This dude already won a title shot at Manny Pacquiao. These dudes don't want to be great. When Errol Spence Jr. comes out, you know, growing his hair out, I'm like, why is Errol Spence Jr. growing his hair out? He already looked like a fake Bart Simpson. But, you know, I wonder why Errol Spence is growing his hair out. Now I understand why he's growing his hair out. Because he's trying to grow his hair out to a ponytail so he can look like Keith, Runtime Thurman. Keith, Sometime Thurman. See, you got to understand and be honest and unbiased. When Bud Crawford came to the welterweight division, nobody wanted to smoke. Nobody wanted to take that fight. And see, you know what? Say what you want about Dillian White. He wants to be great. Dillian White wants to be great, and I don't want to hear anybody say anything negative about Dillian, because Dillian offered to fight to Tyson Fury. He offered to fight to Deontay Wilder. He was rejected. He offered to fight to Andy Ruiz. So don't anybody come on here hating on Dillian White, talking about, oh, he's fighting an old Povetkin. He wanted all the smoke, and did nobody want any. We only support fighters that truly want to be great. That truly want to be great. Errol Spence is the type of dude. Let me tell you this. Errol Spence is the type of dude that came out before he even got in a car accident talking about he wanted to fight Danny Garcia. You wanted to fight Danny fucking Garcia? A dude with no belt, a dude who had already lost to the guy you just beat in Sean Porter. What the fuck is that going to do for you? What is Danny beating Danny Garcia going to do for you? What is that going to do for you? That's going to do nothing. That's going to do nothing. That's the problem. These dudes don't want to be great. Errol Spence is the type of dude that want to dance in the club with another man and say, Terrence Crawford, the money don't make sense. You got Jamal Charlo talking all of this. Nobody even takes this clown serious. You ducked Demetrius Andre. You ducked Canelo Alvarez. You ducked all the Top Smoke while Boxing Bias Ego is holding his nutsack. What are we talking about? These dudes don't want to be great. We don't support people that don't want to be great. We only support greatness. Andy Ruiz Jr., you had my respect for a minute and you absolutely lost it. You turned down a Dillian White fight. You could have been right back in the mix, but you didn't want to be great. You want to take a tune-up for a tune-up fighter. You said you want to fight Luis Ortiz late in the year, but you need a tune-up. How in the hell do you need a tune-up for a dude that just coming off a knockout loss? What are we talking about? These dudes don't want to be great. We only support great fighters. We only support dudes who want to smoke. Dillian White wants to smoke. Anthony Joshua wants to smoke. Canelo Alvarez wants to smoke. Terrence Bud Crawford wants to smoke. Keith Thurman don't want to smoke. He's wearing his girl's panties. Errol Spence don't want to smoke. He's wearing his girl's panties. These dudes don't want to man the fuck up. Man up. Take the panties off and be a man and step in the ring and make the best fights. You got all these coward, people in the comment section. And you know who I'm talking to. So I'm gonna direct this to the comment section. If you in the comment section and you telling me that Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford don't make sense, if you're in the comment section and you're saying Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, they shouldn't have made the fight, even though they offered him $120 million. If you're in the comment section and you're hating on Dillian White about the Andy Ruiz smoke, then these guys don't want to be great, and you guys are fanboys because these dudes don't want the truth. These dudes don't want the truth. And you know what? Mikey Garcia, he tricked me for a moment. I thought he wanted to be great. I thought he wanted to smoke. But we know that the same Mikey Garcia that got blew out against Errol Spence, that was losing half the fight against Jesse Vargas, he don't want to be great. He want to cash out with a fucking payday. If he wanted to be great, he'd drop his narrow head ass back down to 135 or to 140, fight Vasil Lomachenko, fight for a belt at 140. But he don't want to be great. He's clout chasing greatness. He's clout chasing a payday. He's looking to cash out. These dudes don't want to be great. What are we talking about? Errol, the middleweight Spence, has no excuse for ducking Terrence Crawford. What are we talking about? And this dude want to fight a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, and you think that's going to define your legacy? You think that's going to define your legacy, beating a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao? Did it define Jeff Horn's legacy when he won? No, it didn't. No one gave a fuck. See, that's the problem. You're not beating the prime Pacquiao. Go out and get that Bud Crawford smoke. Then you'll show me you want to be great. That'll show me you want to be great. And then everybody's talking about Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre is a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He's already shown that he got a lot of skills. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. He wants the Charlo smoke. But if you really wanted all the smoke, if you think Demetrius Andre was that great, why in the fuck did he turn down Sergey Deverenchenko? Why did he turn down Jermell Charlo? He's turned down more fights, more big fights than he's ever made. What are we talking about? Great fighters don't do that. We got to worry about who wants to be great. We only support great fighters. And I don't care what anybody say about Ryan Garcia. They say Ryan Garcia is too young. He's not skilled enough. He's training with Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez, and he's already talking Tank Davis, a dude that people say that's going to slaughter him. Watch Ryan Garcia beat his fat ass, and then you'll call him great. See, that's the problem. These dudes don't want the smoke. They don't want the truth. They don't like fighters who are trying to be great. Look at Anthony Joshua. He already wants undisputed. He wanted undisputed with Deontay Wilder, and this coward was holding the belt hostage. These dudes don't want to be great. You see other guys walking around with their girls' panties on, closing the refrigerator door with their hips, slapping each other on the ass in the PBC locker room. These dudes don't want to be great. We only support fighters that truly want to be great. We only support the truth. We don't support a biased narrative. So if you're in the comment section and you're hating on Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, Ryan Garcia, these guys are trying to be great. They're trying to make the best fights. These guys want all the smoke. But you're sitting up here and you're okay with Tank fighting Leo Pillafist Santa Cruz. You're okay with Mikey Garcia looking to cash out. You're okay with, Andy Ruiz Jr. taking a tune-up fight for a tune-up fight. Then you don't support greatness. You support cowards.